We created this long-form video to first communicate our gratitude from our entire team here at Synergy Learning Systems for the trust extended to us by those in distribution and those within manufacturing, and perhaps most importantly, to the individual dealers and contractors, and the leadership within those companies, as well as their team members working inside the facility and those working out in the field. Whether that be team members in the call center, service technicians, the installers, the selling techs, or the design consultants, without you and your willingness to serve others and your conscious choice to work diligently to improve how we serve others each day, none of this is even possible. So to all those that we just mentioned, we'd like to begin by extending our heartfelt gratitude and sincere thank you. I was a certified instructor of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People for the better part of 2 decades now. We'd also like to start this video with a little habit to begin with the end in mind. We created this video to answer 5 important questions that we've been asked consistently, specifically regarding our live kickoff events. This long-form video is designed to help all of us, as incredibly busy professionals, to gain the information that we require to make an informed decision without the necessity of scheduling a 60 or 90-minute Zoom. If we're familiar with a concept called They Ask, You Answer, this video implements that very philosophy. There's no necessity to speak to a sales team or a salesperson here at our organization. And there's no need to match up schedules during all of our incredibly busy days. We'll be answering more than 99% of the questions that we field consistently. And rather than trying to scribble notes or update any other interested parties within your business, viewers can simply share this link with whomever they see fit. And each person can review it as often as necessary at their leisure. You know, everything we do here at Synergy, we can assure everyone we're working to be as effective as humanly possible. In this video, we'll review exactly what live event attendees can expect from this live event. We'll then share who is invited to attend this exclusive by invitation only event and how to qualify to attend. We'll then dive into the investment, which includes 2 distinct investment categories. And finally, we'll clearly define the risk-free guarantee regarding how that guarantee applies to ongoing training and how the risk-free guarantee differs from the investment to attend the live event itself. You know, we feel comfortable in ensuring everyone there's absolutely no risk in attending this upcoming live event. And we've made it our mission here to absolutely guarantee that. Let's also chat ever so briefly about what this video is not intended to do. This video is not intended to provide an in-depth explanation of our actual training content, although we will direct the viewer to where those answers can be found. This video is not intended to provide an in-depth explanation of how our comprehensive and all-inclusive virtual training platform works, or what's included in the all-inclusive platform or how the comprehensive reporting structure works. Although, we will direct the viewer to where those answers can be found. And finally, this video is not intended to provide an in-depth explanation of how the weekly subscription works. Although, and we may have likely guessed it, we will direct the viewer to where those answers can be found. If we were to attempt to cover all of that in this single video, we might be approaching something akin to the runtime of James Cameron's 2 VHS set of Titanic. And nobody wants that. First, let's provide a brief explanation of what an attendee can expect to gain at this live event. One thing we feel we can absolutely guarantee is that we've designed our events to be fully immersive, a fully immersive learning experience. This will not be some ho-hum, boring, falling asleep in the back of the class training experience. We've designed our training to be entertaining and engaging. We've studied the science of influence for the past 30 years and how the human brain learns and retains. And we've designed our events to inspire excellence and drastically increase retention. Our events are much more like attending a blockbuster movie with perfectly timed lessons and relevant content all along the way that a standard run-of-the-mill training event would offer. Needless to say, no one has ever fallen asleep at one of our live events in the past 15 years. This particular live event has been carefully crafted to be a kickoff to a 1-year, 52-week guided path to mastery. This event has been designed for each department within our company and each individual within each of those departments. As a former contractor, I was able to design ways to implement service, sales, and call center processes in my own HVAC business in Colorado. These processes helped me to recruit, hire, onboard, and train top talent and transform some of the most difficult technicians into first-class trade professionals. In less than 14 months, I was able to implement these same systems and training concepts, allowing me to scale my own HVAC business with enthusiasm, team member engagement, and most importantly, with integrity. This equated to rapidly ascending the ranks nationally and winning Partner of the Year with one of the Big Four HVAC equipment manufacturers. We didn't just do it once, but twice, in both 2016 and 2018. The focus of this live kickoff event will be Synergy's 7 foundations of effective communication and how we can implement these 7 foundations in every area of our lives and business. What participants will learn will apply to every department within our business and will also help us to become more effective communicators with our significant others, as well as our children, and yes, even our teens. The content is designed to apply and work in every area of our lives. And this won't be just some feel-good event either. We'll be showing relevant and powerful ways to close more business without creating conflict with our customers. This means higher close rates in the field and higher average tickets, higher scheduling rates in our call center, more sales leads scheduled with both homeowners present, leads that are qualified for the appropriate amount of time, and fewer diagnostic investments waived. With all of this culminating in more gross revenue and less communication conflict in every area of our lives. And yes, more net profit and higher compensation for our team. Too good to be true? We're bringing this content to your own backyard very soon for a very affordable investment so that you can be the judge. Perhaps the best part about how we've designed our content is that it can be used in conjunction with each company's current sales, service, and call center processes. There's no need to throw out everything we've already been working or training on. Whether a contractor is looking for a soup to nuts solution or simply looking to supercharge their existing processes, we've designed our programs to fit in either situation. Our programs are rooted in operating our life and our business with character and integrity. No high-pressure selling, just high service and outperforming our competition on the phones, and in the homes. And rest assured, there won't be a single moment where we teach a participant how to increase their numbers by dropping their price. We'll be sharing how it is possible to offer premium solutions that solve real challenges in the home without dropping our price or cutting our margins, which are vital, or as much as waiving even a single diagnostic. These things are in fact possible, and we've been proving them as an HVAC contractor for the better part of 20 years. This brings us to number 2. Who is invited to attend this exclusive by invitation only event? That one's pretty straightforward. This event is being sponsored by your distributor for its dealers. Your distributor is bringing us to you by flying us to your region, rather than you and your team finding it necessary to travel to Colorado for this event. That means no airlines, no extended time out of the field, no rental cars, no Ubers, and no additional seemingly endless out-of-state travel expenses for you. And this brings us to item number 3 of 5 for this video, how to qualify. This one's pretty simple. The principal of the business must attend with their team. Why must the business owner attend, you may ask? Well, it has nothing to do with your distributor. Some might be thinking,
"But Doug, I don't answer phones or run calls any longer."
we have no doubt that these things are true. The business owner required in attendance as an entrepreneur and a business owner myself is my own hard and fast rule. And it's a condition of all of our live events, at least until that business owner has experienced one of our events themselves personally. So I'm the only one to blame. And I do realize this is likely to reduce registrations. I do realize this is likely to upset some business owners, and that is not my intention. While I pride myself in being flexible in many areas of my life, this is not one of those areas. Why am I such a stickler on this? Because I've been on the contractor side twice myself, and I've owned a direct sales company, and 9 restaurants, and an all-natural sleep aid company, and an international consulting and training company, and I've been an investor in a few other endeavors along the way. And over the past 30 years in business, I've collectively hired and trained over 1,000 of my own team members. And no matter how much they loved our company, or what we stood for, or how well we served our customers, or how great our products or services were, I've never met a single team member that cared about my business as much as I did. And that is certainly not a knock on them. There was simply not a team member that had signed personal guarantees, or put their own home up as collateral, or took out a home equity line to make our company payroll, or sold their camper or their boat, or took a cash advance on their own credit card to pay company expenses or pick up equipment. There's no team member who ever truly understood the pressure of the debt service, no matter how many times I tried to explain the matter to them, or the marketing, or the pressure of payroll and matching payroll taxes, or the 1-star or the 5-star reviews the way that I did as the business owner. And there's no way they could. And that's not their fault, nor is it their responsibility. As a business owner, I may not know everything, but I do believe I know one thing for certain. And that is that over my past 30+ years of training companies and team members, if the business owner isn't involved, then we don't get the same level of buy-in. And if we don't get the same level of buy-in, then we don't get the same level of accountability. And if we don't get the same level of accountability, then we don't get the same level of commitment to implementation. And simply put, if we don't get consistent implementation, we don't get the same level of results. And if we don't get the same level of results that we could have, then I believe our clients wasted their money. And I've wasted my time, and now I'd be wasting the distributor's time and money in addition to yours. I'm simply not willing to do that. I've reached a point in my career where making the additional income, it just isn't worth it. I'd rather have less clients and less money than more clients and less results. To share these thoughts in a different way, the results that we generate for our clients here at Synergy and the meaningful connections that we make are more important to me than the revenue that we generate. Maybe that makes me strange. Maybe I'm weird. But I've earned a significant income in my life based on the way we serve others and the results that we're able to achieve. And now I'm working to create a legacy, and I am living out my life's mission. You know, Zig Ziglar said we can have anything that we want in our life as long as we help others get what they want. My mission is to help our clients get what they want. And when we do that, I've found the revenue is sure to follow. I've seen when and why our training works, and I've seen when it doesn't get implemented and why. And far more often than not, when the business owner isn't involved, it doesn't get implemented. At least certainly not to the degree that it does when the business owner is involved. And when it doesn't get implemented over the long haul, we don't generate the same type of results. Some results, sure. The same results? No. So when we complete the registration for the live event, please be sure that the business principal is listed first. And please be sure to complete the role or title of each person that is registered and planning to attend. We appreciate your cooperation and understanding. We truly want this to be a win-win for all involved. This brings us to number 4 of 5, the investment. The investment is divided into 2 parts. First, the live event. Second, the 1-year guided path to mastery for 52 consecutive weeks. So let's tackle the simple one first, the live event. This live event has been drastically reduced for the distributor's family of dealers. Each participant may attend this live event for $299 each. This includes a live event workbook with roughly 100 pages of content. It includes lunch at the event, and it includes powerful and proven content delivered by me personally. I'm not sending a training understudy of mine in my place, which has become ever more commonplace in the training space. I'm delivering every minute of this event myself. I'll be there every step of the way to answer participants' most difficult questions and to personally role-play each and every concept that we share. You know, over the past decade, a live Synergy training event has required a per participant investment of $2,500 per head. We're proud to say we've never discounted a single live event ticket in the history of our events in Denver. No volume discounts, no last minute discounts to fill some remaining seats, no haggling of any kind ever. We focus on communicating and delivering value, and we will repeat, we won't be teaching your team to discount either. We've made the decision to reduce the live event investment for this event for 2 very specific reasons. First, the distributor is contributing a significant portion of the investment to bring us to your region, compensating for our travel expense, the venue, and the food. So we're passing those savings along to the participants. Second, this is being delivered as a live kickoff event, meaning a kickoff to a 1-year guided path to mastery for 52 consecutive weeks with our virtual learning system for CSRs, techs, design consultants, and leadership personnel. for this kickoff event, because each company in the room will already have made a commitment to an ongoing 52-week program, we're simply working with your distributor to cover the costs for this live event. The cost of our travel, the venue, the food, the live event materials, and the audio-visual expenses are likely to surpass the amount of the training investment. We estimate that $299 per participant will come close to helping us at Synergy and your distributor to simply break even on this live kickoff event. Make no mistake, put this in perspective, this is the equivalent of us offering a furnace for the cost of the equipment and materials only, and not even charging for the labor on the installation. In just a moment, when we share our risk-free guarantee, we'll also outline how any one-year subscription agreement can be canceled on the spot at the conclusion of this live kickoff event. So rest assured, if any business owner in attendance decides our programs or content are not a good fit for them or their team, their company will not be required to remain in a 52-week training agreement. It will be up to me to deliver. This weekly investment is designed so that it can be cash flowed easily on a company credit card for a few $100 a week. We'll chat more about that in just a few moments. But before we do that, we'll share the 2 reasons for structuring this event as a kickoff. First, if everyone in the room is already committed to a 1-year program, there will not be any selling for additional products or services during this live training event. We find this to be more conducive to the learning process for everyone involved. Not to mention allowing me as the facilitator to focus solely on my role of delivering content. We will be able to focus every minute together on content delivery and learning. Second, we're only seeking to work with companies and individuals that are looking for sustainable, long-term, transformational results, complete with an ongoing implementation plan. We don't believe sustainable and transformational results typically come from one-hit wonders or quick fixes. For example, if we want to lose 50 pounds, we don't do that in a week or a month. We certainly don't do it in a matter of days. We can lose 50 pounds in a much more effective and sustainable way with long-term results by making these small, necessary changes to our life and lose a pound a week over the course of a year. Take it from a guy who's dropped over 80 pounds himself. We now have virtual clients in 6 countries, including the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Guam, and Israel. And none of them have been afforded the opportunity to attend a live kickoff training event. They've onboarded with their teams 100% virtually. But they all agree, a live kickoff event such as this would have put them on a much faster path to quicker results. So this is something special we are offering regionally in your own backyard. We'd like to share this another way. We don't believe that live training events work for the long term, at least not in the way that most of us would hope, which is why we created our 52-week guided path to mastery in the first place. Sure, a live event can provide an initial bump, and if it's really good, even an initial wave of excitement. But how many of us can honestly say that while we've been excited by the initial results, many of us have also been disappointed with live training because in many situations, it doesn't tend to stick. As a business owner, I found myself in a similar boat. I grew tired of investing in training, even the best training, that didn't stick over the long haul. So a few years ago, we set out to solve this challenge, and therefore solve the challenge of implementation for myself and hundreds of thousands of others. The way we rapidly scaled our business into a 2-time Partner of the Year was not easy, but it was in fact simple. You see, we simply got 1 week ahead of our training and our training assignments. 1 week ahead every single week for an entire year. No exceptions. Every week without fail. We created small, manageable, bite-sized chunks of training content for each member of our team to work towards mastery each week throughout the year. We may not be able to learn or master everything all at once, but we can most certainly master small chunks weekly. These small chunks of mastery are focused on the most important leveraged activities that we face as a business. Things like how to reduce closing conflict with our customers, how to become more effective communicators, how to overcome bids, brand, stalls, and price objections without dropping our price, how to schedule service calls without waiving diagnostics, how to schedule more lucrative sales leads with both homeowners present. And we've even designed ways to set sales leads where our potential customers are expecting and wanting to hear a presentation from an HVAC consultant. This comes down to the words that we choose to share and how and when we choose to share them. We also share ways for the leadership team to lead their teams more effectively, how to run a more effective meeting, and how to reduce or eliminate recalls and callbacks. Over the course of an entire year, we'll implement even more strategies of how we get our team members to show up on time, to tuck in their shirts, to bring more energy, enthusiasm, effort, and work towards excellence each and every day, and to do so consistently. I'm talking about raising our level of expectation for ourselves, for each and every person throughout our entire organization, each and every day. And lo and behold, it worked. 1 year later, I was the Partner of the Year, and we 10x'd our business very quickly. I've recreated what I did in my own contracting business over the course of an entire year. It didn't take me a day or two to solve all these challenges in my business. It didn't take me a week. It didn't take me a month. It required me to consistently implement over an entire year. And 1 year later, we walked across the stage and collected the hardware. And if you're still watching this video, it tells me you are similar to me, knowing that there's no way possible to do all this in a day or two in a training room. Just like there's no possibility of losing 50 pounds in a day or two either. So for those looking for a quick fix in your business with a live training event, I'm sorry. I'm not the guy that's going to stand here and tell anyone that I can do that. In fact, I'm not the guy that's going to stand here and lie to anyone that a single live training event could do that. Because no trainer can legitimately promise us that. And if they do, my own personal consultation as a fellow business owner is to caution all of us from falling for it. To be abundantly clear, I'm also not saying there aren't some great trainers out there. There are, and a lot of them are my friends, and they are working their tails off to serve their clients. What I am saying is that I grew tired of participants telling me at the end of our live training events that this may have been the best training that they've ever attended. And then running into them at another trade show a year later and seeing their eyes dart as we chatted with one another. Or seeing their embarrassment to admit most of what they said they were going to do, they didn't. So we decided to stop the madness in our own training business. A few years ago, we stopped doing any live training events that we weren't already under contract for. And over the past 3 years, I've invested over $1 million of my own personal savings with no guarantee of ever having someone invest a single dollar in our training. But I also believe it's never the wrong thing to do the right thing, to create something that serves others better and truly helps to solve the challenge of implementation. We built our very own green screen studio. We hired 11 video editors around the globe. We hired our very own master of videography and our very own director of product development. And we all went to work to create a core program complete with a 52-week guided path to mastery. Because we've seen too many of us get too busy to implement the training we've invested in long enough that it actually gets implemented. So make no mistake, this live 7 Foundations event is a powerful kickoff to a 52-week guided path to mastery for every single person in our companies. It's designed to get our teams excited about the upcoming year in our virtual learning system. It's designed to provide a powerful foundation of how we will work together to master these 7 foundations over the course of an entire year. It's designed to gain buy-in for what we are about to embark on together over the coming year. It's designed to remove the necessity of the business owner trying to explain it, or coming back from a conference and trying to get their team excited about it. It's designed to remove the obstacles that most of us face when we return ready to conquer the world from a great conference or training event. And then we often proceed to get our teeth kicked in by our team because most of them have been rolling their eyes the entire time we were gone in the first place. You know what? It's not even their fault. They weren't there to experience what we did firsthand. And if they had been, they would likely be just as excited as us. So that's why we're bringing this kickoff event to your own backyard. We designed a solution to getting too busy to train or not having enough time to prepare with effective and focused trainings each week. We've designed a solution to never again skip a single week that we could have been working towards mastery in the leveraged activities that matter most. No matter how hot or how cold, no matter how busy or how slow, each week we'll be working to a guided path to mastery together. Those who want to learn more about how this 52-week guided path to mastery works, we've created a highly engaging, highly entertaining overview video that will describe in intricate detail everything that is included. It's comprehensive, and it is all-inclusive. That deep dive video can be found beneath this video lower on this page. For those that are interested in a truly comprehensive solution that will work if we will make the commitment to consistent implementation, we invite you to pull up a chair once you finish this invitation video with a delicious sandwich or some popcorn and see exactly how we've created something that has never been done for us in the trades before. It's all fully customized for HVAC and plumbing professionals, down to every last role play, business concept, and everything in between. We mentioned the weekly investment a few moments ago. For a company with up to 49 total team members, it's $250 per week. And that's unlimited access for every member of our teams. If a company has between 49 to 99 team members, it's an additional $100 per week. And another $100 per week for a company with 100 plus team members. For a complete overview of how the weekly investment works, simply scroll down below this video for an in-depth review. The simplest way we found to describe this is that here at Synergy, we've decided on the minimum amount that we're willing to share our 30 years of our proven and highly customized intellectual property. We've documented our processes in writing We've filmed them in high definition. We've invested over $1 million to organize and provide reporting structures, and we've created a 1-year guided path to mastery to ensure it gets implemented. And then we've divided that $13,000 annual investment into 52 weekly investments to help our clients cash flow it each week throughout the year. And that works out to be $250 per week. At the end of the year, our clients can continue with us, continue to implement our training, and use us as their onboarding process as they continue to grow and scale. And these clients will be grandfathered in forever at their current investment rate, insulating them from any increases to those investments in the future. If anyone has any further questions after reviewing the investment video below, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We simply ask that you watch that video first so that we are all making the most effective use of our time. Before we wrap up this long-form video, let's briefly review number 5 of 5, the guarantees that accompany this training event. First, let's review the $299 per participant investment for the live kickoff event. Because we are attempting to only cover the direct expenses incurred for this event, there are no refunds on the live event investment. As a reminder, the business owner must attend in order to qualify for anyone from their company to attend. Seating is limited, so please only register your team members that you are certain you intend to bring with you. Each seat that is officially registered for means there is one less seat for other contractors. Once again, this means there will be no refunds on the live event investment so that we can help to guarantee attendance from all registrations. We do feel comfortable in our belief that this will be the very best $299 of training that you've invested in your team and that your business has ever made. These events are normally $2,500 per head in Denver, and we've never been asked for a refund yet. Each participant will have a coveted seat, be served a great lunch, and will walk away with a roughly 100-page, professionally produced live event workbook. Second, the risk-free guarantee that most are actually wondering about. When a business owner attends with their team at the conclusion of the event, they will have the ability to cancel their 52-week subscription agreement. Simply complete the cancellation agreement before leaving the venue with a brief description of the reasoning behind the decision. We appreciate the opportunity to learn and continue to work to get better in every area of our business here at Synergy, each and every day. If a business owner invests 2 days with us in a training room and doesn't believe our programs will be a great fit for their team, their company, their brand, their future, and their vision, we most certainly would not want them to feel they're stuck with us for an entire year. We can part ways as friends and leave the live event having learned about one another, about our businesses, and our strategies for success by serving and communicating with others in highly effective and proven ways. Perhaps one day down the line, we will reconnect. And when that time comes, there will not be a single reason for any hard feelings. Now, there is one major caveat we'd like to address here compared to our virtual overview video and investment video below this video and on our webpage. The live event kickoff is designed to replace a 4-week virtual test drive. This live event kickoff is in fact the replacement for the 4-week virtual test drive, especially since we're only working to break even on this live event. There are customized HVAC and plumbing workbooks that accompany the virtual training that are designed to be implemented with the 52-week program. These workbooks are much more robust, contain at least 100 more pages of training content, totaling over 200 plus pages. They include customized scripts, quizzes, and implementation exercises. The scripts included in these workbooks mirror the hundreds of high-definition role plays, word for word, that are included within the 52-week virtual program. These workbooks are individual to the call center, the sales team, and the service department content. We only require that clients cover our investment for printing and shipping these full-color, spiral-bound workbooks that are built to last. They're like a reference guide, and the investment to cover our printing and shipping expense combined is factored at a flat rate investment of $100 per workbook. The explanation of investment in these workbooks per team member is covered much more in depth in the virtual investment video that can be viewed below. In the near future, we'll be delivering a powerful 7 Foundations live communication event. You and your team are invited to ask your toughest questions. You and your team will be able to engage with me role-playing your toughest objections that you seem to face consistently, both in the homes and on the phones. You and your team will be invited to play the role of the customer, and I'll be on the hot seat as the tech, the CSR, the design consultant. And I'll be personally demonstrating how to implement this 7 Foundation system to close more business and reduce or eliminate conflict all along the way. So if you're interested in making this your best year yet, and you're looking for a different kind of training, built on high service, not on high pressure, this event will be the place to be. If you're looking for a program that has been proven in the trades and in every single department in a contracting business, you've come to the right place. Your distributor thinks this could work for you, or they wouldn't have brought this to you. Your distributor thinks this could work for you, or they wouldn't be bringing us across the country to you. I believe it will work for you, but only if you take the next step. And that step is to get officially registered while limited seats still remain. Let's do whatever it takes to make this our best year yet. Let's solve complex challenges in our business. Let's become more effective communicators. Let's reduce conflict in all of our processes, and let's work towards mastery each week throughout the year. Let's learn how we destroy objections such as, I was thinking about a different brand, or you're the first one in and we always get 3 bids, or I need to think about it, sleep on it, or we don't make rash decisions, or I need to talk to my spouse, my neighbor, or my brother Billy Bob, or your price is just too high, or someone else will do the same thing cheaper. All culminating in the dreaded, sounds great, email me the bid and I'll call you next week. In my opinion, those things that I just outlined and not knowing how to handle them without creating conflict have destroyed more small businesses than anything else combined. Let's begin putting an end to this madness and start scaling the business of our dreams. We look forward to seeing you in your own backyard very soon. Let's work to solve the challenge of implementation together over the coming year and transform our businesses forever. Let's do it profitably, with integrity, reducing or eliminating conflict all along the way.